Hey, what's up? So it's been about a month since I've come to Japan and I'm finally settling in, and I wanted to do kind of a month update since it's been my first month and everything. But I didn't really want to do it just a regular update, so I decided to do a mukbang as well. And I went to the local konbini, convenience store, and got some food. Now, I feel like this isn't a legitimate mukbang because I don't have like a whole setup of food. I didn't buy that much because I'm not super hungry right now. It's probably about 12 or 1 o'clock, and I just ate breakfast a few hours ago. So I wanted to eat again for the camera, obviously, but I didn't really want to buy that much. And Japanese people are really into sustainability and not creating too much waste, so I didn't want to buy a whole lot of food that I wasn't going to eat later. So I ended up getting, this is a new special that the konbini had. I went to a Lawson's down the street, and I'm pretty sure it's mabo tofu. So we're gonna try that out today. And I also got my 2 favorite drinks. Obviously green tea, because you have to have cold green tea when you're in Japan. You can get these at the konbini or any of the you can get these at the konbini or any of the vending machines outside as well. Most of the vending machines have either this brand of tea or some other kind of brand of tea as well. And the vending machines are all over the place. I've noticed though that the vending machines are a little more expensive than if you actually buy your drinks in a store or a konbini. So be a little aware of that, but it's only like 10 or 20 more cents probably at the most, so it's not a whole lot. It's just more convenient to pass by a vending machine and get the drinks there than it is to find a konbini, even though konbinis are pretty much everywhere as well. And then I also got this drink. This is a Mitsuya cider, and it's a carbonated drink. It's basically like soda, and it's probably one of my favorite like sodas here, because most of the other sodas are pretty much the same, I would say. You know, they have Coke and Sprite and all that kind of stuff, and then they have some other off-brands as well, but this has been my favorite so far. And if you're ever in Japan, you should try it. So I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up, and then we'll start talking about, I guess, my experiences so far here, what I'm still getting used to, and all that kind of stuff. Alright, food is ready. Let's dig in. Itadakimasu. I feel like I don't really hear people say that when I go to restaurants and stuff, so I'm not really sure if it's a thing here or if people just mutter it. But you know, you always like hear it in animes, but you don't hear it in person. So that's a little weird. But I guess update on my life. It's been a month since I've arrived in Japan, and the time really has gone pretty quickly. It seems like I've been here a really long time, but also I haven't. like I've accumulated so much, like, I guess, life experience and stuff. Because when you go to a new place and you can't really communicate, you don't really know anything, like how people interact or how to do anything, like it takes a lot of energy to just do the simplest things, like go to a restaurant and order something, or go even to like a convenience store and know like what is what when you can't read the kanji and stuff like that. So it's been a journey so far, but I feel like that's the point in me coming in the first place. Oh, hot. But you know, I've enjoyed every single step of the way so far, so I can't say like I'm disappointed with my decision or anything like that. I think it's been really good, and I'm really happy to be here, and it's like so different from back home, like USA, California, that kind of stuff. And that's really what I was aiming for the experience in the first place. And I do wish my Japanese was better, but you know, it's a learning process too. I think I've been in school for about 3 weeks now, and my Japanese has vastly improved from, you know, not really using any at all to now I can go to stores and order things, or restaurants and order things and stuff like that. But I think to the level where I want to be, there's still a long way to go. And that's just, you know, it takes time. You have to study and listen and hear it every day, which is the point of being here, obviously, but it's going. So this is pretty much a spontaneous video. Sorry, my chair is squeaking a lot, so I apologize for that. I'm not farting or anything, but this is a pretty spontaneous video because I wanted to do a mukbang yesterday because there was a typhoon over the weekend. It's Sunday when I'm filming this right now, and the typhoon was supposed to be yesterday and today. But it's super clear now, so they lied to us. But I don't know if it's because like Japanese people freak out over a lot of things, or if it's just like, oh, we're gonna warn you just in case, and we don't really know how bad it is. But it didn't hit Tokyo very hard at all. It just rained in like the afternoon and night, and was pretty windy. Otherwise it wasn't too bad. But I had planned to, you know, before the typhoon hit, go get McDonald's and do a mukbang and everything like that while I wait for the typhoon to pass by and hopefully not die. And hooray, I didn't die, I'm still here. But that didn't work out. So now I'm eating konbini mapo tofu. Yeah, so that didn't work out. I did get the McDonald's, and I got the McDonald's. The typhoon started while I was walking home. I got completely soaked, but the food was okay. I didn't spill any of the drinks. The fries were kind of soggy, but you know how like McDonald's fries are supposed to be kind of soggy? That's kind of their, it's their thing. Like, the fry has to be a little flaccid. It's not like an In-N-Out fry where it's like stiff and a little bit stale. Like, it's a good when it's soggy, because that's just, you know, that's McDonald's standards right there. If you're going to McDonald's, you want a soggy fry. But so I got back. I didn't eat the whole day because I was freaking stupid. But I got back and got my camera out, and my camera was on, so the battery was completely dead. So I ate the McDonald's alone, but still tasted good, so there's not that much of a loss there. But I'll have to do another video where I get like more konbini food, or go to McDonald's or somewhere and take out, and then I'll show you guys. Like, I mean, McDonald's isn't really that like people say, oh, you know, Tokyo McDonald's, it tastes better and it's different. The fries and the burgers are pretty much the same. The fries, you know, still soggy, just like America. They just have a different selection of burgers, and they had a Gudetama McFlurry, which was actually pretty bomb. So I recommend to get that if it's not a seasonal thing. I'm not sure, but and then I had a teriyaki burger, and that was, you know, it just tastes like McDonald's, how McDonald's tastes. So I'm not gonna hype it up and say like, oh, it's the best thing in the world, because it's just McDonald's. If you really crave McDonald's, you can just go down the street to the one you have at home, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's just, you know, the little like special things that people want, like the Gudetama McFlurry. But it's actually been a while since I've filmed a video, just because I haven't had internet for a really long time, and it's worked on my phone, but I had issues with my laptop when I first came, where it just wouldn't connect to my Wi-Fi network in the apartment. And I know I put up that apartment video, and I'm like, oh, the apartment people are great and whatever, and they are. There's no shade or anything towards them. It ended up being just a computer issue, but I did try and like reset the router and all that kind of stuff, and that was a little difficult because it's not necessarily my router. It's owned by the building, so there's not much that I can really do about that. But if you end up having Wi-Fi, internet, computer related problems in a foreign country, like, it really does suck. Because luckily I was able to do everything on my phone. If I need to use Google Maps or I need to contact people, that was perfectly fine. But you know, when you have your computer with you, you want to use it to either watch videos or to, you know, send an email or type things, you know. And not being able to do that was pretty difficult, I would say. I don't know, it was just very inconvenient, I think. And so if you do have, luckily I have a MacBook, and I do have like full support on the MacBook, so I was able to go to the Apple Store and, you know, try and have them fix it and stuff. And I also used chat support, phone support. It was just difficult because it was a Wi-Fi issue and a network connectivity issue. I couldn't replicate it when I went into the store. Like, other networks were fine, it was just this specific network that I was using and it just didn't work. And everything that I tried, it just wouldn't work, so I ended up having to reinstall the Mac OS, which took like 2.5 hours, by the way, and I had to just like stand in the Apple Store because I didn't have Wi-Fi anywhere else. So I just stood in the Apple Store and downloaded that. And that was pretty awkward, but you know. I think after coming here, like, awkwardness doesn't really faze me as much anymore. Because it's just awkward being here when you don't know that much Japanese. Unless you're a tourist. Because then everyone totally understands. And people understand too if like you're in the process of learning as well. Like, there's no shame to that or anything, but I think it's more awkward for me because I look so Japanese. So people will come up onto the street, start speaking in Japanese to me, and even if I can understand what they're saying, it'll be things that I can't answer because I don't know the area well enough, or like anything like that. Like for example, some guy had a kid in a stroller, and he asked me like, because he was trying to go to the underground station to catch the Chikatetsu, which is the subway, and he asked me, oh, is there a elevator so I don't have to carry this whole freaking thing down the stairs? And I don't know. So even if you understand, it's like, it's so hard to, you know, help people too. Like, unless they're like real foreigners and they're just like, oh yeah, how do you buy a ticket to the train? I could help them with that. But because I look so Japanese, I think Japanese people are more inclined to ask me things rather than foreigners are. Because foreigners might ask other foreigner looking people compared to like very Japanese looking people, because a lot of Japanese people don't speak English, or even if they have a little bit of competency in English, they get too nervous to use it like in the real world. So that's a whole nother video I kind of want to do, just like how to use the English that you know so that Japanese people will actually understand what you're saying. I have a lot of ideas, but I just haven't had really time to execute anything. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now, guys. If you have any video requests or ideas for videos that you want to see, feel free to like leave it in the comments or message me about it or whatever. Because right now, you know, I have a lot of ideas, but it's just things that I think people want to see or like would be interested in, like, because I don't really know what exactly everyone wants to see either. And since I'm gonna be living here for a while, it would be kind of cool to have some like user input and just like, oh, you know, since you're around, like, I'd like to see this, I'd like to see that, and that would be a cool way to, you know, just like communicate with everyone and whatnot. But I mean, I think I'm still, even though it has been a month, I'm still getting used to things as well. I think it takes like probably, or my philosophy at least, is it takes 3 months to completely get used to something and know that you like it. Because in my past jobs and stuff too, I've had to stay at least 3 months to know, like, oh, do I like it? Do I like the people I'm working with? Is this gonna go anywhere? Should I start looking for another job? All that kind of stuff. So I still need to give it a few months to become actually comfortable and know what the hell I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. But as of now, I think I'm at a good starting point, at least. Ready for the pop. Ooh. That's what I like about like Japanese soda bottles too. They don't explode in your face even if you like shake it, or at least I don't think they do. Like, I don't know if there's some kind of mechanism, or if it's just I don't shake the soda. Maybe that's it too. But they never explode. Like, you can do whatever you want. You can throw it at a man, or like throw it in the air and then open it and it won't explode. But yeah, guys, Mitsuya cider. I can't really describe the taste because it doesn't taste like apple cider. It tastes like just kind of like sweetened carbonated water, I guess. But it's so hard to explain. Which means you have to come and actually try it. And I'm sure if there's a Japanese store near you, they'll probably have it. Like the green tea, the Mitsuya cider. I think all that's pretty common. You can probably get it anywhere, but I feel like back in the States, I never really went to that many like Japanese grocery stores or Japanese supermarkets and stuff. Or if I did, I was only looking for specific things, so I didn't know about like Mitsuya cider or anything like that. But going back to like suggesting videos and stuff like that, just let me know if there are things that you want to see. I mean, I'm gonna put my own ideas out there too, and just make a bunch of crap. Feel free to watch it if you want. If you don't, that's fine as well. But like, one of my friends wanted a like a, I don't know what you call it, but just like walk around Tokyo with me video kind of thing. So I'm eventually gonna upload that as well, and it's like a pretty cool idea. Cause I feel like you do, once you live here, or I guess once you live anywhere, you really take for granted the things that are around you. Cause I live like 20-minute walk from Shibuya Crossing, like Hachiko and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, it's not even a tourist attraction or anything special to me anymore. Although I feel like, I don't think it's really special in the first place. It's just a lot of people walking and like bumping into each other. Like, it's not as like glamorous or whatever as it seems. Like, I feel like whenever I cross that street, I always run into someone, and it's just awkward. And I mean, I do that on the street all the time though, so, because I'm a klutz, but yeah, it's just I feel like I want to do more, or at least like experience more touristy things while I'm here, because I'm living such a like, it's kind of like when you live in San Francisco, you don't go to the touristy areas or do the touristy things. Like, the last thing you want to do is go to Pier 39 if you live in San Francisco, because you know all the tourists are going to be there and it's crowded, and it's just like, you've seen it, you've done it, whatever. And like, I feel like a lot of SF people don't like go to Alcatraz either. Like, I've never been to Alcatraz, and it sounds kind of cool, but it's just one of those, you know, touristy things. And when you live there, it's like, you don't do the touristy things. I wonder if this is even interesting at all. I feel like editing this is gonna be so awkward. I'm hoping that I just won't have to edit very much and just like put the whole clip in and it'll be fine. But we'll see. Anyways, oh, and it's been so freaking hot in Tokyo, at least, and even hotter in other places in Japan too. Like the more south you go, like Hiroshima had the flood, and a lot of people were affected by that, and then Osaka too, those places, like the heat is even worse than here in Tokyo, but still really bad here. And it's to a point where, you know, people are dying. If you haven't read any articles about that, I can link some in the bottom below, or in the description below. But yeah, people have been dying from heat, and they're thinking about changing the dates of the Olympics in 2020 because the heat's so bad this year. And apparently it's never been this bad before. So if you are coming to Tokyo or anywhere in Japan in the summer, like, just make sure to hydrate a lot, because I think that's kind of something that Japanese people don't do. Like, they don't drink a whole lot of water and stuff like that. And if you drink tea, it's not really hydrating. Like, it just makes you pee everything out even faster. So, you know, you really need to drink water or sports drinks. My favorite sports drink here is called Pocari Sweat. And it tastes good, it rehydrates you with electrolytes and all that kind of crap that your body needs. So that's been my saving grace while I've been here, at least. But yeah, because the humidity is so high here, like, it usually doesn't get past like 90-95 degrees at the highest, but because of the humidity, it'll feel like 110 degrees. Yeah, so humidity is really bad. Like, you walk 5 minutes, you're in a constant sweat, you lose water hella fast. So, you know, just be careful. And I mean, a lot of the people who have been like passing away are more of the elderly people, but you know, that doesn't mean that only they're at risk during like the heat. It's like everyone, you know, if you don't take care of yourself when it's super hot, then bad stuff's gonna happen, you know. What else has happened so far? I feel like just adjusting in general, like, you know, I said I'm still getting used to it and everything, but it has been a journey. Like registering your address to the government and all the rules and stuff, getting national health insurance and all that kind of stuff. Everything is very I don't really know what the word for it is, but like everything's supposed to be done in a timely manner, and you know, you're supposed to have this and this, and things are more strict for foreigners here, like compared to Japanese people. But I mean, that doesn't mean that Japanese people have it easy or anything. It's just there are a lot of rules and regulations that you need to follow. Even if you're visiting too, it can get a little hectic. Not that I'm deterring people to visit, but I still think people should come and visit me. But just as a forewarning, there are a lot of rules, especially if you're just like moving here and stuff. So if you're not moving, I don't think you really need to worry about it, but you just need to like jump through the hoops. And I hate doing that. So I'm almost done with this, and I guess I'll rate it. Oh, I should rate everything here. Also, I have ice cream too, so I'll probably get the ice cream after this and continue the video. So Michiya cider, I give it a 10 out of 10 because it's my favorite drink so far. Although peach Fanta is really good too. But that's really hard to find. I only found it in one vending machine in Shinjuku. I had to search for days to find it. Tea is tea, you know, it's good. If you don't like bitter things, you won't like it. But I give it an 8 out of 10 because I always drink tea anyways. Also, as a tip, they sell smaller bottles too, probably like half the size of this. But for the larger size, it's only like 20 to 30 yen more. So I always just get the large size now, and if I don't finish it, then I'll just like drink the rest later. Because I'm cheap and I need to save money while I'm here. Not that food or anything is expensive. I think food is very cheap compared to the States, and you get a lot better quality even when it's cheap food. So even convenience store food, grocery store food, like it's a lot better quality than, you know, if you go to a 7-Eleven at in the States and get like a wiener. And for this mabo tofu, I would give it, I mean, it's not bad at all, but it is a little more on the sour side than like spicy, which is supposed to be sour, I know, but I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I still think it's good. I ate the whole thing, but I don't know if it's something that I would get again. if there were other options. There wasn't that much at the convenience store today for some reason. I don't know if it's because it's a Sunday or whatever, but like the selection wasn't super big. But yeah, this is a little weird to be talking to the camera again because it's been such a long time. I think I filmed the apartment tour in June still. I think it was still June. It was right before I started having internet problems, and the internet problem took almost 2.5 weeks to get fixed. So I was without internet on my computer for a pretty long time. So that's why I couldn't really edit anything, and that's why the apartment video came out so late. But it's okay. I don't know, it's weird because I don't know if people want to actually watch these videos, because I don't know if you want to watch like someone you know like talk to themselves. Well, I guess I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to, you know, you guys, but still. Well, I think there still is, like, you know, I'm still getting used to things. I've said that 100 times, but I think one goal here is I really want to have like a Japanese squad, like squad goals, Japan, Tokyo 2019. Hashtag let's go. But just cause, you know, when you go out, I usually go out like by myself. That sounds so sad. I think it's easier to go out by yourself when you live in like a city, and especially Japan, they make it so it's okay to, you know, go to a restaurant and eat by yourself, because they always have a bar and that's where people eat by themselves, and then they have tables for people, like if they come with their friends or families, they can eat there. And you know, some places like Ichiran Ramen, they only have bar seating, and there's like little barriers in between each other, so even if you go with someone else, it's not like you're really gonna like interact with them that much. But just like seeing people in their squads, in their groups, it is a squad though, and, you know, they're just like talking in Japanese, being like very Japanese young people. That's goals right there, at least for me. I feel like, you know, my Japanese still needs to get to the to that level where I can, like, you know, have those. So the freaking memory card ran out of space, so I don't know how long I was talking and what everyone missed, but I finished. But I also have ice cream, so I'm gonna get that and finish the ice cream and talk a little bit more. Alright, so I got this ice cream at the konbini as well. Looks like that. Focus, focus, focus. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but I think it's like a red bean matcha, kind of like a kakigori, like shaved ice kind of thing. But we'll try it. It's like steaming because it's so hot in this room, and this ice cream is so cold. Cool thing too is they give you nice little sticks so that you can eat your ice cream wherever you want to eat it. Normally, Japanese people don't eat things on the street. There's not that much street food. For like popsicles and ice cream and stuff, for like boba tea, that's okay. But like an actual like hamburger, you're not gonna see people eating a hamburger on the streets, or like a corn dog or something like that. It's usually not what people do. Also, there's not really very many trash cans around either, so you have to carry your trash with you most times. And so that's another reason why people tend to avoid eating on the streets as well. But you can drink on the streets. It's legal. I don't know if it's recommended, but it's legal for sure. So the konbinis have alcohol as well. It's a little rock hard because I put it in my freezer. I hope my stick doesn't break. Okay, first bite. That's solid. If you don't like azuki, which is red bean, you probably won't like this, but so there's like vanilla ice cream as well. If I tip it over, everything's gonna fall out. Maybe you can see it from here. So that's pretty good. But yeah, fuck. People don't really eat on the streets, and there's not that much like street food either. So like I feel like in Korea and China and Thailand and stuff, there's a lot more like street food vendors and stuff. Not so much in Tokyo. Maybe other places in Japan have them, but Tokyo, it's a pretty city. It's, you know, you eat in a restaurant usually, or at home by yourself like me. Another thing is, I feel like boba tea, it's not as popular here as it is obviously in like China and a lot of other parts of Asia, but even like California, it's very popular there. Not to say that they don't have it here. If you do want boba tea, I think the best places to be are Shibuya for sure, and there are some pretty good places in Shinjuku as well. But the most popular place here that a lot of people queue for, like the line's always super long, is Gongcha. So I feel like the Gongchas in California are like solid, they're okay, but it's not somewhere where I would go super often. But it's really popular here, so if you're coming to Asia to get your milk tea fix, go to Taiwan, don't come here. I like this, I would get this again. The matcha is like shaved ice, but the vanilla is ice cream. Once again, going back to you know, sending me ideas on what you guys want to see, please do that. Because I have a Natsu Yasumi, which is summer break, and that starts in the beginning of August. So I'll have 2 weeks off, and I want to create more videos during that time because I'll have more time. I won't have to go to school or study or anything like that. I'm probably gonna try and plan a small trip as well, but a portion of, or like for a week probably, I'll just be like staying here, and I just, you know, trying to like experience new things in Tokyo. Because I still haven't explored that much outside of Shinjuku and Shibuya. And I've been to Akihabara a few times, but otherwise, like, I haven't really explored even like this area that much. Just because there hasn't been much time, you know, setting up everything here, getting housing and my computer fixed and all that kind of stuff settled. Just that in itself has been time consuming and hasn't left me a whole lot of time to do other things. And it's been super hot too, so I haven't really, when I do have time, if it's like still like midday, I tend to try and not go outside just so I don't evaporate. And let me know if you like more of these like casual update videos as well. I think they're kind of cool just to like share my ideas and experiences here so far and kind of say what I want to accomplish, all that kind of stuff. And it's more free-form kind of talking too, so I feel like it's easier to make this kind of content compared to more scripted things. So yeah, and I can make pauses like that, and I'll probably keep that in. And it's awkward, but I don't give a crap anymore. This is really sweet though. I don't think I'm gonna finish the whole thing. Anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you everyone who has been watching, is watching, and will be watching this. Even if it's just one person, or 5 people, or 100 people. Maybe this video will get to 100 views. That would be... I wouldn't be that. I wouldn't really care. But once again, leave a comment below if you want to see something a little more specific. Give me suggestions on what you want to see, whether it's me going somewhere or just talking about like the processes I had to go through in order to get into school, get my housing, how to find housing, how to use a Suica card or like this the subway or Shinkansen. I can't really help with the Shinkansen yet. I've never been on it. All I know is it's really expensive, so it's not something that I really want to be on anytime soon, but we'll see. If you want to see more videos like this, then like it. Alright. Peace.